Hey everyone, it's Reina. Welcome back to Evenings with Reina. Today I am going to fill in some pages of this notebook. This notebook is something I got when I lived in the UK, which is like many years ago, and it's still very much empty. But I use this notebook to write in quotes that I found while reading books. I actually have a separate book for quotes that I found or heard on social media or movies. So this is like just quotes from books. Yeah, I finished a book on Kindle and I highlighted a bunch of quotes. So I'm thinking of writing them down in here and decorating. So yeah, come join me. I think this is like dark fantasy romance, the book that I read. Oh yeah, it does say a dark fantasy romance. And I realized that the quotes that I've highlighted might be a little inappropriate. I'm actually gonna try writing with the ink just to give it a more old-timey look. Okay, let's get writing. I haven't written using this in a while, so we'll see how it goes. So the idea here is, I know it's not neat, but I'm not looking for neat in this one. I just want to be able to read back through it. I prefer if it was neater, but also there's a lot to go through and I don't want to take too much time on writing it neatly. I just want to make sure that I get what I liked in here. First couple of quotes done. I'm just fanning a little bit so that the ink dries and I can turn the page. Yeah, it's been a while since I held this, so my fingers are already tired. I might have mentioned this in my previous videos, but one of my goals this year for 2026 was to read at least one book a month. And I know for some people that sounds not much at all. You know, if I could, I would do one book a week. It's just I'm a slow reader. I also like to spend my time doing other things as well. And also baby steps, because I am trying to regrow my reading habits. So I've set the goal for one book a month. And I think this book that I just finished is probably my fifth or sixth book, and we're in April. So I am ahead of schedule. Okay, on to page 2. I'm not sure if you can hear, but it's really windy outside. I feel like some scribe or monk in one of those, what do you call it, monasteries? Has anyone seen the movie The Name of a Rose? It's like old Sean Connery movie. It's like about a series of murders at I think it was a monastery. Yeah, it's like hauntingly beautiful. But yeah, it was just giving me that vibe. So I still have a bunch of highlights that I want to go through and quotes that I want to go through, but I'm going to take a break, rest my hands, and decorate a little bit. So this page I added a little illustration, so that's nice. The main character was the village, I guess you can say healer. In the book she's mentioned as the whisperer. I have a couple of related stickers that I kind of want to use. Oh, that's actually nice. Okay, so I'm really happy about this book that I finished because one, because it was a fantasy, and two, because it was part of a series. So I'll go into both of what I mean by that. So one, I used to read a lot of fantasy books when I was little. Harry Potter was my absolute jam. I remember running to the school library when it was, might have been Order of the Phoenix, where we were all running to the school library to snatch a copy. I was into, yeah, just a bunch of fantasy. But something happened and I kind of stopped reading as I grew older. So recently I really wanted to get back into fantasy, but I guess I lost confidence. I wasn't sure if I could get into a fictional world as much as I did when I was younger. And I was actually sad about that as well. I felt like I had lost a part of me that was very passionate and had a strong imagination. So I was a little saddened. But it turns out the fantasy loving me is still there. I feel relieved. Guess when I was little, I was scared of turning into that boring adult who didn't have any imagination, and I had feared that I had become that adult. You know, if you don't like fantasy, that's totally fine. That's, I'm not judging that. But oh, there's my potions. There's my potion stickers. But yeah, I really wanted to keep that part of me alive, even though I hadn't been reading. And I didn't realize this when I was reading it, but this book was part of a series. And because I'm trying to regrow my reading skills, one thing for me was I was a bit hesitant, or I guess scared in a way, of reading a series because I didn't think I can stick to it and follow through. I did this also with a couple of other books where I read it. I read the first book and realized it was a series, but I didn't feel enough to go on and read the second book. And that made me feel like maybe I wasn't a strong enough reader to read series. I hope this makes sense, but this was what I was thinking. But yeah, with this book, I finished the first book and I was like, oh, I just need to start on the second book. Like, what happens next? So I guess this book really helped me feel a bit more confident about my reading skill or habit. So to sum it up, yeah, this book helped me, I guess, rekindle my love for fantasy. And helped me feel a bit more confident about myself as a reader. I want to add a forest sticker as well because the first book is set, or even like the second book, there's mentions of forests and I think it fits. Oh, this is pretty. Okay, so I think that's pretty much it. The ink's still drying a bit, but this is what I made. So come here. So I did this page and this page. Very nice. Yay! Very happy that I took time to do this. I always say I'm very happy to took time to do this, but it's true. I finished the book maybe 2 days ago, and it's been on my mind that I wanted to fill some of the quotes that I read in here onto this book. So happy that it's done. Right, so something I'm looking forward to tomorrow. Oh, I've never really mentioned this. Maybe I didn't mention this, but because I always want to end my video on a positive note, I want to share what I'm looking forward to tomorrow. Let me quickly share what I'm looking forward to in the next 10 or 20 minutes. I made some cookie dough. It's a salted honey cookie recipe that I found on Instagram that I really wanted to try. I made the dough's sitting and resting, and I think it's now ready for it to be baked. So that's something I'm looking forward to in the next 30 minutes. And tomorrow I'm going to a cat cafe with my friends. Yeah, I haven't been to one in a while, so I'm very excited to meet all the fluffy, cute cats. Okay, thank you for joining me today, and hope you guys have a nice day, night, evening, whatever it is, and hope to see you soon. Bye.